Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon, President Trump is touting his Supreme Court nominee, Judge Neil Gorsuch, as a shoo-in for confirmation. But Democrats are setting the stage for a contentious battle. ABC's Janae Norman is in Washington with what's ahead for the nominee.
The federal appeals court judge from Denver headed to Capitol Hill today following his nomination to the highest court in the country.
I think the president made an outstanding appointment. We're all thrilled and looking forward to getting the confirmation process started.
Optimistic about Judge Neil Gorsuch odds for confirmation, President Trump saying he earned bipartisan support before.
When he was nominated to the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals, he was confirmed by the Senate unanimously. Also, that's unanimous. Can you believe that?
At this point, it doesn't look like it will happen again for Gorsuch. While Republicans cheered Trump's pick, Democrats warned of a looming battle. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer expressed very serious doubts about Gorsuch's nomination, saying in a statement Democrats will not simply allow but require an exhaustive, robust, and comprehensive debate. Protesters flocked to the Supreme Court steps to speak out about the consequential nominee. Gorsuch could end up hearing and helping decide cases on transgender rights, police use of force, rights of religious schools, and rights of disabled children.
With this nominee, there's too much at risk. The right to who you love, the right for a woman's access to her body.
I pledge that if I am confirmed, I will do all my powers permit to be a faithful servant of the Constitution and laws of this great country.
Unless Republicans push through a big change in Senate rules, Gorsuch will need the support of 8 Democrats to get confirmed. And that could be tough, as Democrats were upset Republicans blocked President Obama's nominee from ever getting a hearing. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Here at home, the lawsuit filed by a former Manatee High School athletic director and football coach against several district officials has been delayed. The Bradenton Herald reporting the judge is delaying a ruling in the case of Joe Kinnan. Kinnan is suing the district and former Superintendent Rick Mills for defamation, emotional distress, and several other counts, claiming they forced him out of the district. The judge is delaying it because of the length and complexity of the lawsuit. The lawsuit itself is 84 pages long. It's unclear when the judge will issue a written order in the lawsuit. The School Board of Manatee County is requesting the case be dismissed. Today kicks off the beginning of Black History Month, and many people here on the Suncoast are already celebrating. For the 9th year in a row, Sarasota City Hall is displaying photographs and newspaper articles highlighting African-American men and women who have made a difference in Sarasota. Those featured include athletes, elected officials, military, and teachers. The display also highlights the history of racial integration in Sarasota County.
These are all people that I look around and see the contributions that they have made to our nation, our city, county, and state. These are our neighbors. This is what makes Sarasota what Sarasota really is.
The exhibit will be open to the public the entire month of February, weekdays from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Well, we're just days away now from Super Bowl 51, but 2 Mote Marine manatees already have their pick on who's going to win. Hugh and Buffett making their annual selections this morning. Close to 100 people came out to see which teams the manatees are rooting for.
Buffett chose the Atlanta Falcons to win the Super Bowl, and Hugh chose the New England Patriots, so we have a house divided.
Now keep in mind here that Buffett has predicted the winner 8 out of the last 9 years. He's picking the Falcons. Hugh has been right only 5 times. This is the 10th year the Manatees have made their choices.
Oh, yeah, that's just spooky.
Well, they do months of research, John.
You know, what else they got to do? I wish I had this week off, don't you? I mean, my gosh, the weather is so fantastic.
It's like I feel like it's the week we've been waiting for all winter.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a week where we have pretty much seasonable, maybe a little above seasonable temperatures, and the humidity is fantastic. Yep. I know. Looking at the Van Wezel webcam, put it into motion. Gorgeous start to the day. Beautiful sky, deep blue, that kind of blue you get when the high pressure is sitting right over top of you. And oh, it's just spectacular. Sunsets are nice as well. Low humidity. It's going to be a fantastic day. High pressure is basically aligned right over the center of the state of Florida, and that's bringing us that cloud-free sky across the entire peninsula. A little bit of cloudiness down to the south of us, and that'll be the only place in the state of Florida where you're likely to get any showers. Now, there's a little more moisture in the air today compared to yesterday, which is not a bad thing, particularly because that means that the evening temperatures will drop off a little more slowly and they won't get as cold. We had a little patchy fog around this morning, may have some tomorrow morning as well. We'll talk about that and the next chance of rain coming up in a few, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. More accolades for New College of Florida. The Suncoast College once again highly ranked in the Princeton Review's list of the best schools for your buck. Rankings are based on academics, cost, financial aid, graduation rates, debt, and other criteria. New College ranked in the top 50 nationwide, coming in 49th for its return of investment rating. It was the only school in Florida to make the top 50. The school year hitting the 100-day mark this week. Kindergartners and first graders at Booker Elementary School commemorating the moment with arts and crafts and games that all talked about all things 100. For example, there were 100 snacks and 100 finger drawings. The school's principal says these activities were a great learning moment for the little ones.
You know, you think about school and kids want to be excited about coming to school, and they are, and they're celebrating 100. What a hallmark number that is for our children, and they're excited about all of the future learnings they'll have as well.
Parents also stopped by this morning to take part in the activities. Time now to head over to the kitchen for the first time and check in with ABC7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher. She has a special guest with her today, the owner of the Savory Palette and St. Armand's Spice and Tea Exchange. Judy?
Well, I'm really excited because it's never too early to get ready for Valentine's Day. And Paulette, you have brought out some really great stops today. Tell us what you'll be preparing in a little bit.
We're going to do a hanger steak with a really nice harissa olive oil and tangerine balsamic.
Ooh.
We'll have a black mission fig with some cheddar cheese, and then we're going to do a fondue, which is a microwavable, reusable Belgium fondue with strawberries, pineapples, and we're going to dip them in some different flavored sugars.
I think you have just hit it right on the head. So stay with us throughout the hour. We are celebrating Valentine's Day the delicious way with Paulette Callender. We'll be right back.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Just a week before Valentine's Day, it is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Doors open at 10 a.m. both days. Visit vaos.org online for more details.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperatures looking very nice out there, 72 degrees, full sunshine. Dew point now risen up to about 50. Now that's important because that's going to help us bring another chance of fog around tomorrow morning. It was pretty patchy around here, wasn't real thick. It was thicker to the north of us, and I think that'll probably be the case again tomorrow. Now, it will also allow for our nighttime temperatures to fall off a little more slowly, which means that we'll have some warmer temperatures in the evening hours. If you want to take a sunset stroll or maybe dine al fresco, why, that 50-degree dew point will be your friend. The winds are kind of calm right now, but they're also a little bit variable out there, so we'll watch them kind of be shifting around today. 70 Wauchula, 72 Arcadia, 71 in Myakka. Parrish comes in at 69, 70 in Bradenton, 69 Lakewood Ranch, 69 in Inglewood, 70 in Venice. Longboat Key coming in a little bit cooler there at 66. We got the latest reports from Mote Marine showing that again, what this shows is the actual irritants in the air, not the red tide concentrations in the water. People actually go out to these beaches and they look around, see who's coughing, how many people are coughing. There's a whole kind of protocol that they go through to determine these symbols that we're giving the beaches. And they have found that a lot of the beaches are showing no respiratory distress due to red tide. A few of them are, and the further south you go, you do get some indications of some slight irritants in the air and some slight problems with air quality. So it's good, actually. It seems to be improving with time, so we're glad to see that. Of course, the official and full report comes out later this week, so we'll be watching for that. High pressure brings sunshine across the entire state. That's a beautiful sight. Big ridge of high pressure kind of lined up right with the spine of the state. And it is beautiful out there. Nice sunsets, cloud-free, rain-free skies across the entire state. Now, maybe we get an isolated shower in the very southern tip of the state. That's a possibility over the next several days, but even if you're going to Key West, you're not going to see too much in the way of rainfall. You know, few and far between, and probably none at all. Across the United States today, we have some showers in the areas of the Virginia, stretching on up through Pennsylvania, and then transitioning at higher elevations to snow showers. This came out of the Ohio Valley and will continue to move toward the east. And back to the west, we've got some California showers along the coast and some mountain snows, transitioning into plain snows as this low pressure area exits. This is a stalled frontal boundary, though, and it's really not going to impact our weather. High pressure will remain the dominant weather feature for us straight through the next several days. It's really not going anywhere. If it goes anywhere at all, it might move a little bit to the west. Maybe the winds pick up 5 miles per hour over the next 24 hours because that low advances along that front. And our high is basically not moving a whole lot. So the pressure gradient might tighten up just a little bit and the winds pick up. Nothing significant. Sunny skies, dry weather, low humidity. That's the way it's going to be, right straight into next week. Beautiful, beautiful conditions. For boaters today, southeast wind switches to the west at 5 knots, then turns around to the east over time, 2-foot seas, light chop. And the official Suncoast forecast calls for some fine weather over the course of the next few days. Temperatures maybe a little bit warmer, dew points maybe a little bit higher, but all in all, not much variation right straight through the weekend. Scott?
Looks so great. Thank you so much, John. In health news, heart disease continues to be the #1 cause of death around the world. But doctors say if you know the risk factors, it can also be the most preventable. One major factor in developing heart disease is bad cholesterol. Keeping your LDL below 130 is a very good level to keep it at bay. Another factor is high blood pressure. Only 1 in 4 people know that a normal reading is less than 120/80. Also, body mass index, or BMI. Only a quarter of people realize that a measurement of 25 is the magic number for prevention.
If you're above 25, you're overweight and you are really at risk of having the kind of cardiovascular risk that's associated with obesity.
Body shape matters as well. Those who measure larger around the midsection have increased health risks. For women, it's 35 inches. For men, 40 inches. Also, it's important to remember that to keep your blood sugar in check, high levels can not only trigger heart disease, but diabetes as well. Well, we know about the age-old practice of swaddling babies, but what about wrapping up adults? That's what's happening in Tokyo, Japan. The treatment is called otonamaki, which is basically adult wrapping. The therapy is used to alleviate posture problems and stiffness that happens mostly after childbirth in women. Each person takes turns tying each other in a large cloth from head to toe in a cross-legged position. Now, their partner then sways them side to side like a baby. The movement apparently loosens bones and muscles. Adult wrapping was started by a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to new moms, but men and other people have been known to take the class as well to alleviate their stress. Switching gears now, the Florida premiere of a play about an all too familiar topic makes its debut at Florida Studio Theater in Sarasota. Let's get back to John with a special guest from the theater to tell us more tonight.
Yeah,
John?
Scott, thanks very much. The Florida Studio Theater production of Brownsville song, B-Side for Trey, is a hopeful story about a family recovering from a tragedy that's all too familiar of urban gun violence. It's based on a true story, and it stars our guest, Wesley T. Jones. Thanks for coming in today, Wesley.
Thank you for having
Appreciate
me.
it. Oh, it's our pleasure to have you here. I used the word hopeful. Would it be fair to go further and call it redemptive? Is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's not a downer, it's a hopeful show.
It is. It is. It leaves you with hope and faith in humanity.
And it's based on a true story.
It's a reflection of many true stories, I think.
Yes.
There are many young men whose lives have cut short.
As we have seen just recently with Trayvon Martin's family's book that has just come out. So I guess it kind of echoes that theme, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It gives you a bit of an insight on the true person, and that they're not just victims, but they're actually human beings who've had things going for themselves, and they're loving kids. He was a big brother, he was an athlete, he was a scholar. So this play sort of gives you a bit of insight on the person and not just the victim, sort of. So yeah.
And the play is, I guess it's written in a very interesting way. Tell us a little about that. Tell us how the script is laid out.
Yeah, the title is Brownsville Song, B-Side for Trey. So it's actually a song. It's very poetic. It goes in the natural rhythm of the way that we speak. There are broken thoughts. There are, ums and uhs in it. It's just a very natural way of speaking, and it's easy to follow because, we all can relate to that sound pattern, that rhythm.
And that rhythm, does it help you draw you into the story?
Absolutely. It drives the story, because it's real. It's the way that we actually speak. It's the energy of.
You play the young man who's, I don't want to give anything away here, but for whom tragedy befalls, right?
Yes.
And you are taken away from this wonderful family. And so how does your character evolve through the play? Are you foreshadowed? Are you? Tell us.
Yeah, there's a bit of foreshadowing in the beginning, but I'm mostly appearing in flashbacks.
Okay.
And it was actually good to hear last night. Some of the audience members talked to us after, and they were like, it wasn't confusing at all when you appeared. It was very clear that there were flashbacks, which is one of our biggest challenges, was to not confuse our audience with me coming in and out, because the characters are speaking about my absence.
So you're sort of echoed in the thoughts of the family that's left.
Correct. Mostly my little sister, Divine.
Well, I'm not going to ask you to tell us if the family turns out all right. We'll just have to come and see it.
You will.
Yeah, it sounds like a lovely, lovely show. And from everything I've read, very hopeful, very uplifting. One of those things that you just come out feeling good.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And that even in tragedy, good things can come out. So through March 26th, Florida Studio Theater, get your tickets now. They will go fast. This is a wonderful show. It's played at Lincoln Center, played at the Alliance, played at the Long Wharf. This is the Florida premiere. So
yes, sir.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you again.
Appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll be right back.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
I am an originalist.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Main. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
A group of former cheerleaders are suing the NFL for millions of dollars in back pay. The women claim they worked for less than minimum wage, getting paid little more than $100 per game, while the players they cheered for earned $6.4 billion a year. ABC's Lana Zach has a story.
We actually essentially pay to be Raiderettes.
Caitlin Yates, a former Raiders cheerleader, along with other former NFL cheerleaders, are filing a proposed class action lawsuit that alleges that the league conspired to suppress their wages, paying them less than minimum wage.
We've trained so hard to be there, our entire lives. And it is an amazing experience. But I finally grew up and realized that I need to be paid for the value that I'm adding to this team.
The women say they were required to attend rehearsals and public appearances, but were never paid for that time.
So when I was on the team, we would be paid $125 per game, and we would be paid that amount in one lump sum at the end of the season, which was for 10 home games, it would be $1,250. Minus fines. We would be fined for all sorts of things. Sometimes if you're missing a certain number of practices, you could be fined $40 for that. So that all comes out of your paycheck at the end.
We reached out to the NFL, who said they were not aware of this lawsuit and were not interested in commenting. But ABC's senior legal correspondent, Sunny Hostin, says that the NFL might just want this to go away.
I think the name of the game here is settle, settle, settle. Yeah. And that's what's happened before. And I think change needs to happen. They should all be paid at least minimum wage for their time.
And these women say they were motivated to speak up not just for their fellow cheerleaders, but for all women who may need an extra boost in raising their voices, asking for what they deserve in the workplace. Lana Zach, ABC News, New York.
Security is ramping up ahead of Super Bowl 51 in Houston. More than 1 million fans are expected to flood the city. More than 5,000 officers will be patrolling surrounding areas around NRG Stadium. SWAT teams, cyber squads, intelligence analysts, and surveillance specialists will all be on the ground there. Authorities are also teaming up with Verizon using smart cameras to monitor any abnormal behaviors. Well, this is National Signing Day, where thousands of student athletes across the nation and here on the Suncoast are signing their letters of intent to continue playing their sport at the college level. Manatee and Palmetto High Schools each holding ceremonies in crowded auditoriums where friends and families could share in the excitement. Players say signing day is like a graduation of sorts and something they've looked forward to since their first day of high school.
Today's signing day, it means a lot to me because I've been here since freshman year watching all older guys sign, and I was dreaming and waiting for my time, and it's here and it's exciting.
It's an amazing feeling because, I'm going to be playing on Saturdays. I'm going to be seen. I get to be playing in front of thousands of people. I get to be on TV, so it's going to be pretty grand, and I'm excited about it.
Football players, but all of our student athletes.
Congratulations to them all. Coaches say it's a bittersweet day for them, as many of those young men and women moving on to college next year are tough to replace. Signing ceremonies taking place across the area throughout the day, and we'll have a full wrap-up tonight at 11 o'clock. Let's get back to Chef Judy now. She's in the kitchen today with a special guest, Paulette Callender from St. Armand Spice and Tea Exchange and the Savory Palette. One of your favorite places, I know, Judy.
I get so many different ingredients from it, and now everybody's going to learn too. So let's get started by cooking the steak and tell me the ingredients you're using.
Okay, so we're going to use a harissa olive oil, which is made with our ultra premium extra virgin, and harissa is very spicy. Okay, so we're going to do about a 1/4 cup of the harissa olive oil.
And it is spicy, but I love it, especially if it's mellowed down.
But then we're going to add the tangerine dark balsamic. So it's really nice, and the balsamic will cut the heat a little bit, the tangerine. So
Great
it adds
idea.
some really nice flavor.
It's also going to break down the steak, something like a hanger steak that's a tougher cut but really flavorful. It's going to definitely break down that toughness.
Exactly. So it's best to really try to marinate this overnight.
Good.
Or at least for like 3 to 4 hours,
Okay,
if possible. And then instead of just using regular peppercorns, we're going to use our steakhouse blend from the Spice and Tea Exchange. This has black peppercorns. It has a chipotle sea salt, green peppercorns, pink pepper berries, a little bit of parsley.
I love the combination, and fresh grinding is always important.
Yes, yeah.
Good.
So we're going to go ahead and, at home again, you would marinate this overnight or marinate it for 3 to 4 hours. You're going to get your skillet nice and hot, and then you're going to sear it. Okay? And of course, you could do this on the grill at home, but we're going to sear it for about 3 minutes on each side to bring it to a medium rare.
Great, and that's just how we like it here. And it dawned on me, this is the second time this week that the guys are going to have steak for their lunch. They're going to be so happy. This is perfect.
It's really nice. And for Valentine's Day, you can slice it thin and just have it as little appetizers.
I love
instead
that
of having
idea.
A heavy meal.
And I eat like a low carb type of way now, and just to have some meat and some cheese. Talk to me a little bit about the cheese that you have here and the vinegar.
So the cheddar cheese, we have there a black mission fig balsamic. So
it's wonderful. I feel it right there.
And you can use the vanilla, chocolate. There's so many combinations to put on your cheese platter or your charcuterie tray.
It's a great idea. And while you're turning that steak over, I'm going to tell you, come back, because while I keep eating, there is more to come.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Why do I run? I think life's a journey. Every step brings me closer to my goal. I run to see the world, and when you're surrounded by so much beauty, how could it not take your breath away?
Join us at Robinson Preserve Friday, March 31st at 6:30 p.m. for our 9th annual Twilight 5K and 10K race at one of the most beautiful scenic race courses in Florida. This race will leave you breathless.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The widow of the man who carried out the Pulse nightclub shootings in Orlando is now asking to be released from jail. Noor Salman is the wife of Pulse nightclub shooter Omar Mateen. She's currently in jail on charges she supported her husband's terroristic plans that claimed the lives of 49 people last June. Her lawyers are in court today arguing she's not a threat to public safety or at risk of fleeing. They're also arguing she had no knowledge of what her husband planned to do. If convicted, Salman could spend the rest of her life in prison. New this afternoon, a bipartisan coalition is planning to come to Washington, D.C. today to lobby for lawmakers to strengthen their response to hate crimes, especially towards religious minorities. It's been spearheaded by the Muslim Jewish Advisory Committee. The group is seeking to boost in federal support for state and local hate crime prosecution. The gathering comes amid a firestorm following President Trump's executive order that temporarily halts the nation's refugee program. It's also in response to recent bomb threats as well as the shooting attack at a mosque in Canada.
Part of a revived culture of intolerance against the other, an atmosphere of fear that's intended to separate us rather than bring us together.
According to the FBI, hate crimes against Muslims have increased since 2015, but Jewish people remain the targets of the most hate crimes based on religion. A Native American tribe is vowing to go back to court after approval is given to complete a controversial pipeline. The United States Army Corps of Engineers is being ordered to allow construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. President Trump recently signing an executive order to advance the pipeline. If it's completed, it would move 470,000 gallons of crude oil daily from the Dakotas to southern Illinois. Supporters say it could bring more jobs and less dependence on foreign oil, but those against it say it threatens Native American land and sacred burial sites, and it could also harm the environment. The pipeline would cost $3.8 billion to complete. Former Vice President Joe Biden is promoting equal rights. Biden and his wife launching a nonprofit foundation. It focuses on several issues like ending violence against women, strengthening the middle class, and protecting children. It will also continue Biden's personal crusade, the Cancer Moonshot. That initiative was sparked and approved by Congress after his son died of brain cancer. The Biden Foundation will be staffed by former aides and funded by tax-free donations. Former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton will be bringing a little star power to her alma mater this spring. Her spokesperson says she'll be giving the commencement address at Wellesley College. Clinton spoke at her own graduation from the private all-female college back in 1969. At the time, she was the student government president. She's also the school's first ever commencement student speaker. Clinton will be giving her commencement speech in May. All right, let's check back now with John Scalzi and a wonderful weather we are enjoying here on the Suncoast.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's a little more humidity in the air today, but it's fine. It's still fine. Well, you know how it kind of manifested itself in our morning low temperatures. We were a little bit warmer today, but we're still down to 44, and yesterday we were 41, so we were pretty close to the temperatures. But yesterday we were at 42, 43 for hours on end, and this morning we just dipped to 44 for like half an hour, and then we were back up to 56, 57, 46, 47 degrees. Right. So significantly warmer this morning, I think. We have a beautiful, beautiful sky out there, and certainly our birds, Sarah and Soda, are enjoying it. I don't know if that's Sarah or Soda. What do you think, Scott? I think that's probably, you think so? Yeah, probably because she's starting to practice, I guess, maybe nesting. I'm told that they do that just before they start laying eggs. I haven't seen an egg yet, have you?
No, I looked at my calendar from last year, and the first egg came on February 18th.
So pretty close, just 4 days after Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so
all right.
Soon.
So we'll be watching that. Obviously, we're streaming that 24/7 on our website, mysuncoast.com. Just go on there, click on the link, and you can watch it. It's kind of interesting. Beautiful, beautiful birds. We are looking at some Fair skies across the Suncoast today. A lot of blue out there thanks to that big high pressure ridge providing us with cloud-free skies. As we head into the afternoon, we'll probably top it out at around 73 degrees. And then, as I mentioned, because of the extra humidity in the air, we'll taper off our temperatures a little more slowly as we progress through the evening hours. Should be a beautiful evening with a gorgeous sunset. We have some slight variations coming up in our weather in the next couple of days. We'll talk about that in just a few, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. A follow-up overseas on the Brexit vote in Great Britain. Lawmakers are planning to vote on a bill that would allow the Prime Minister to start European Union exit talks. The vote comes after 2 days of debate. Government officials say they will respect voters' June decision to leave the European Union and back the bill. The government wants to have the bill approved by early March so it can meet a March 31st deadline for triggering exit talks. In consumer news, another $1 billion payout for Volkswagen. The company agreeing to pay at least $1.2 billion in buybacks and compensation to settle claims from owners of cars with larger diesel engines rigged to cheat on emissions tests. The proposed settlement covers 75,000 Audi, Volkswagen, and Porsche vehicles. Owners of older models that cannot be fixed will be offered compensation. People with cars that can be fixed will get compensation of up to $16,000 if Volkswagen can come up with a fix by an agreed deadline. Volkswagen has already agreed on a settlement for some 500,000 smaller diesel engine owners. 2 luxury electric vehicles missing the highest safety ratings in crash tests, the Tesla Model S and the BMW i3, were not picked by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety for Top Safety Pick Awards. That award is given to vehicles that get the highest ratings in 5 tests and offer a crash prevention system with automatic braking. For the 2017 model year, 38 vehicles have won that Top Safety Pick Plus designation, including 2 hybrids, the Toyota Prius Prime and the Chevrolet Volt. But there are no all-electric vehicles on that list. Well, forget some cash. McDonald's is testing a Big Mac ATM. That's right, the fast food chain testing the new burger dispensing machine in Boston yesterday. Hundreds of customers lined up to order a Big Mac, Grand Mac, or a Mac Jr. from the touchscreen. The vending machine is all part of McDonald's promotion for those new Big Macs.
We do our products always fresh right here out of the line. We put them in the machine, and in less than 5 minutes, you have the opportunity to choose a great burger and have the fun to do it in a different way.
Last week, McDonald's gave away 10,000 of the Big Mac special sauce bottles as another promotion. The company is also testing a home delivery method in Florida, but the closest one to us is in Tampa. Let's move on to our kitchen now and see some real food. And lunch is coming along with Judy Gallagher. Judy?
Couldn't have said it any better, Scott. Let's get into the dessert side, because this is a really creative, fun option that's really recycling your chocolate.
Yes, yeah. So now that we've done our steak and our cheese, we're going to move into the fruit, as you said, and the champagne. So here, this is just simple, okay? So we have a banana that we've sliced. We're going to drizzle it with a little bit of espresso balsamic vinegar.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and then you can dip it into the espresso sugar.
Okay, I'm going for it. And I keep espresso sugar from your shop in my house at all times because I use it on both savory and sweet.
Yeah, it's really nice with bananas. I love it.
Such a simple idea.
And then over here, so this is a great fondue, PG fondues that we found. It's a Belgian fondue. You can microwave it on a low heat, and then it's reusable. So when you're done,
that's fascinating to me.
Yeah, and when you're done, you just put the lid on it and you put it in a dry, either in your pantry or on a counter, and then you can reuse it. So here, we're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna dip some strawberries and some pineapple.
Great.
We've got a dark chocolate here, and you have a milk chocolate. She also makes a raspberry that's really nice, and then we're just gonna dip it. Over here, we have a peppermint patty. Okay, peppermint patty sugar.
Sugars. And what am I rolling it in right here?
That is a raspberry sugar.
Oh, I love it. This is such, you know what I also love about this idea? It's so great because you're not stuck in the kitchen with this Valentine's menu right here. It's super simple, very flavorful. Oh, this is just too much fun. All right, I'm going in. I'm going in with the big sleeves
And
here.
now the sugar in the middle here is a new sugar to spice and tea called a mango habanero.
Ooh, so you get the sweet
lovely.
and the hot together. I'm going to be crazy and go for half of the mango and half with the raspberry. I think these are all really creative ideas, and tell me what we should drink with it.
Well, this is a nice Prosecco. We have at A Savory Palate now started our local wine club.
Love
So-
that idea. So what does that mean?
Buy a case of 6 and get 10% off.
Ooh,
Yeah, so it's really nice.
okay.
And we also keep some Prosecco chilled, little mini bottles. So if you're going on a picnic or to the beach, yeah, some easy ideas.
You are all set. Once again, Paulette, you have nailed it. We'll recap in just a few moments. It's going to be delicious.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, Workout Wednesdays continue with exercises you can do on your own, plus vaccines to travel abroad and the best romantic dining.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
So the difference between today and yesterday is the fact that we have a little bit more moisture in the air, and that little hint of extra moisture allowed our nighttime temperatures to be a little bit higher. And it also brought us that little chance of fog. I think over the next several mornings, the likelihood is that conditions won't change all that much. Might get a little warmer in the afternoon, but really only by a degree or two. 72 degrees, our current air temperature. Dew point now at 50. Remember, our dew point just 2 days ago was in the 30s, so we've had a significant increase in moisture, in part thanks to a little bit of a southerly, easterly, southeasterly flow that we've had on and off over the last 24 hours. Calm winds currently, though, as that high is just really sitting right over the center part of the state. 72 Wauchula, 73 Arcadia, Mayaca, you've got 72, 66 cooler at Longboat Key, 72 Sarasota, 70 in Venice and Inglewood, and Northport comes in at 72 as well. As I mentioned, the latest reports are due in tomorrow, but we do have some indications from Mote Marine spotters that at least the irritants in the air at our area beaches are a little bit less than we saw at the beginning of the week, and mostly located in the southernmost beaches. So that's good news, and I think each and every day over the next several days we'll see our winds shift a little bit more westerly in the afternoon. So that is perhaps not such a good thing because it may carry a little bit more of that red tide toxin on shore. But so far, so good. So we like that. High pressure, the dominant feature across the state, keeping the clouds at bay. Rain showers too, not a chance of rain showers across the region. And across the nation today, we have a couple of hot spots, but I just checked with the FAA websites and we have no airport delays at any location across the United States due to inclement weather. So good news there. Low pressure area spinning in Texas will exit from Texas. And I think the only variations that we might have in our weather over the next 24 hours is that perhaps tomorrow our winds might be a little higher than they are today. And here's why. This low pressure area is going to move right along the railroad tracks of that stalled frontal boundary. And the high pressure ridge that's over us is going to move a little bit to the west. So the combination of the two kind of getting closer to each other will maybe bring our wind speeds up just a little bit, but not much. I mean, not to the point where you'll have any kind of advisories for boating. So just expect maybe instead of a calm to 5-mile-an-hour wind today, you might have a 10-mile-an-hour wind tomorrow. Sunny skies, dry weather, low relative humidity, relatively speaking, with dew points in the 50s. I think by probably Saturday or Sunday, we'll have dew points that'll be in the 60s, and it will feel a little bit more humid, but it'll hold there. I don't think we'll get any higher than that. Rain showers not in the forecast for today or for tomorrow or for the day after. Really, you can go all the way probably into Tuesday before you're going to see much in the way of a rainfall chance. Tuesday, we have a front approaching. It's still a little early to predict rainfall with that, but it's possible on Tuesday we could get a brief shower. Southeast wind shifting west 5 knots, becoming northeast overnight. The forecast looks great. Daytime highs in the mid-70s. Look for low relative humidity, nighttime lows near 60, and that slight chance of a Tuesday shower. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. Happening tonight, a project featuring a collection of restored Holocaust instruments is making its debut in Sarasota. The Violins of Hope project is opening at the Jewish Federation of Sarasota Manatee. The organization says these instruments preserve the history of the Holocaust and honor the survival of the Jewish people by, quote, telling their story. The performances start tonight and they will last through February 16th. The Venice Theater is looking for volunteers to its upcoming spring shows. An open call is out for actors, singers, and dancers to audition. The first show begins February 12th. All auditions will be held at the theater on the island of Venice. And she's a woman who sang with some of the top girls group back in the 1960s and 70s, and she lives right here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Linda Carson has more on this amazing Suncoast woman.
And my lonely days are over.
Brenda Waddy has performed with #1 singing groups all over the world. She now lives in Sarasota, where she enjoys the beaches, the weather, the arts, and using her talent.
I found a dream that I could speak to.
I'm singing a lot.
Brenda was born and raised in Baltimore.
I always sang as a little girl. I sang for the ice cream man to get free ice cream because we didn't have a lot of money.
At age 21, she moved to New York.
My first professional job was with the Toys. The Toys. They did a song called How Gentle is the Rain That Falls Softly on the Meadow.
Next, she sang with a group called Musique.
They'd get, keep on jumping, let your body fly. Everybody's pumping till you see the sun in the sky.
Then the Marvelettes called.
The girls weren't going to be working a lot because they had gotten married, so they needed someone else to sing with them. Georgiana had died, so they asked me would I want to sing with the Marvelettes. I'm like, yeah.
She sang with them for 15 years. Songs like,
Don't mess with Bill. No, 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 no. Don't mess with Bill. Wait, oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. In the midst of the Marvelettes, I got married. I'm divorced and single if anyone's looking. Anyway.
She and her ex-husband had 2 daughters, and she quit her career.
It wasn't good for my marriage. And then I quit the road, and that wasn't good for my marriage either. So I used to have to sneak out, and it wasn't good. Maybe my husband, you're listening, to sing because it's what I do.
Meanwhile, she joined the corporate world.
I worked for Hyatt. I was their human resources manager.
After 15 years, she got a divorce, retired, moved to Sarasota, and returned to singing.
Right now, I sing with a band called Gotta Love It. GOTTALUVIT band.com is our website.
And her life lesson?
No matter what you do, don't give up your gift.
Brenda's shows at the West Coast Black Theater Troupe this week sold out completely. But you can still catch her if you hurry at the Blue Rooster on February 12th. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, thank you so much. When we come back, we're going to wrap up lunch in the kitchen with Chef Judy and get ready to be a guest for the next live-action movie. The special treats Disney has in mind for the release of Beauty and the Beast. Entertainment news is next.
It's Tampa's most exclusive event of the year, and you're invited. The Morgan Auto Group Charity Polo Classic is back Saturday, February 25th at DI Polo Tour in Plant City. One unforgettable day of luxury and sport with cuisine from Tampa Bay's finest restaurants. Plus, every ticket sold helps a local charity, including the Children's Cancer Center, Ryan Neese Foundation, Close to Kids, and Morgan Auto Group's Helping Hand Fund. Don't miss the Morgan Auto Group Charity Polo Classic. Visit charitypoloclassic.com for tickets and information.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, Workout Wednesdays continue with exercises you can do on your own, plus vaccines to travel abroad and the best romantic dining. Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Robotic surgery is changing medicine. The robot has better vision than a human. You can see 10 times better magnification than the human eye, but it takes a human eye to run the machine. In fact, it takes multiple human eyes to treat a patient. We've perfected the team, we've perfected the procedure, and the more experienced the team, the better the quality outcome.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Well, Paulette, you did it again. Let's recap what you prepared today for our simple Valentine's dishes.
Okay, so we marinated a steak with some harissa olive oil, tangerine balsamic, and a little bit of our steakhouse blend from the Spice and Tea Exchange. Then we went on to our fondue, and we did the strawberries and pineapple with mango habanero sugar. We did bananas with espresso balsamic and espresso sugar. We used some strawberry and peppermint patty sugar, and we had some cheese with the fig balsamic as well.
Which was such a great way to start. So this is simple, really simple ideas. And ladies of the Venice Sisterhood, I'm bringing a jar down when I talk to you tomorrow. That's coming with me. If you want the recipes, just log on to mysuncoast.com. Click on the dining page. You'll get the recipe, the video, and a lot more, including some great restaurant partners like we have right here. So Paulette, here's to a sweet and delicious Valentine's month.
Thank you.
I'm busy working, guys. I got to shoot it over to you.
All right, thanks, Judy. Happening tonight, Lawrence Fishburne is channeling a national leader. He'll be taking on the role of Nelson Mandela in a miniseries titled Mandiba. The actor says the project about the famed African leader is real and honest. He currently co-stars on the ABC comedy Blackish. Mandiba runs for 3 weeks, starting tonight on the BET network. You love Beauty and the Beast? Disney has some special events for you coming up. The night before the live-action film premieres, about 600 theaters with large format screens will be offering commemorative giveaways. They'll also be showing the movie behind-the-scenes material and the music video for Ariana Grande and John Legend's duet of the title song. This is all happening on March 16th, and then the live-action movie will open the next day on the 17th. Finally, this afternoon, instead of sending these old trees to tires to a landfill, a graphic designer in Missouri is using them to build a house. Jimmy Carter, just like the former president, has made a 3,200 square foot house out of 1,000 tires. He started the home last July and puts about 30 to 40 hours a week into it. He says a tire house is not only good for the environment, but he gets in shape working on it as well. He hopes to have the house done in about 4 years so that he can live in it, finally, huh?
Is it mobile then? I mean,
Yeah.
I have read about this kind of thing with tires and sometimes old Coke bottles and things like that. You know, it's super insulated homes.
Yeah, I would think so.
Really cool stuff. I mean, we got a 3-foot wall, right?
It's better than throwing them in the dump, right?
Yeah.
They'll be there forever.
Exactly.
All right. Nice day ahead, though, huh?
Gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Get out there and enjoy it if you possibly can. I think the next several days are going to be very nice. Very little difference between the days, maybe a little warmer down the road by a degree or two, but really that'll be about it. The next chance of rain I don't think comes till next week, so it's going to be an extraordinary string of beautiful Florida days.
Looks amazing, doesn't it?
Perfect.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
All right, Judy, John, thank you both. Thank you for joining us. Have a great afternoon ahead, and we invite you back at 5 o'clock.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
I am a veteran. My victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
At DAV, we help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory was finishing my education.
My victory was getting help to put our lives back together.
DAV provides veterans with a lifetime of support.
My victory is being there for my family.
Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.